Master Torgo here. We're going to learn the ins and outs of the upcoming J.J. Abrams Alcatraz.
It's called the Ugly Couch Show.
Ugly Couch Show.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
Sure.
Just wait for it. I really want to show you an ugly couch right now.
Oh, please do.
It's so worth it. I promise it's so worth it. Let me just, I have a dated phone, but let me just pull it up. Here it comes, here it comes. Here. Okay. Ready?
Right.
I don't know if it's going to work.
Oh, my word.
But this ugly couch, listen, it's free. You could take that home if you want it.
You have no idea how that looks so much like our old couch.
Really? That's an ugly couch. Okay, sorry.
That's great. Tell our viewers your name and
Sure.
who do you play in Alcatraz?
Sure. So my name is Jason Butler Harner, and I play Assistant Warden E.B. Tiller. And I am the Assistant Warden of Alcatraz.
I'm Santiago Cabrera, and I play Jimmy Dickens on Alcatraz. I play a San Francisco police officer, and I'm also a fiance to Sarah Jones's character, Rebecca Madsen. So I'm part of the present in the story, because you'll be in the 60s and you'll be in today's day. So.
My name is Parminder Nagra, and I play Lucy Banerjee, and I play the lab technician to Sam Neill's Emerson Hauser. I nearly forgot his name for a second there. His character name, anyway.
Hi, I'm Jorge Garcia. I play Doc Diego Soto on Alcatraz. The Alcatraz expert on the show. I'm the one who's there, so no one has to look in any books, because I wrote them all.
I'm Sarah Jones. I play Detective Rebecca Madsen, and I'm very into my work, and I after you see the pilot, you'll realize why I'm so invested in this mystery that surrounds the Alcatraz prisoners coming back to present day.
After you finished reading the first script, what was your initial reaction?
Well, I didn't get to, the real question is, when did you read the script? And let's say I was already in Vancouver where we shot it. I had been on the pilot of Fringe. I played a set of twins. And so I had that experience where you really don't know where it's going to go, and you're already really excited. So before I opened this, I had that expectation, hopeful expectation that I was, of course, please don't let it be broken. And then it wasn't broken. The reveals were still exciting, very different. Oh, I didn't see that coming. And then you just start to think, because of the blinders of what work I have to do, you just start to think, oh wow, the possibilities are endless in terms of where they're going to go with this guy.
It moved really fast, and I read it very quickly because of that. So I was excited, and I wanted to know more. And I love the world. I love the kind of atmosphere of it. So I was really taken by it.
And what do you?
I wanted to know what happened next. It was intriguing, because it was, it's the J.J. Abrams show. It's wrapped up in mystery, and even I was just like, oh, I wanted to know, and that to me was a good sign of, a pilot, was the fact that you want to know what happens with each of these characters.
Awesome.
My initial reaction was, I want to read more. I want to know more. I want to know what happens, and I want to know. Well, I don't want to give it away. I'm not going to give away to spoil, but I want to know more about Rebecca's connection to Alcatraz, or to this mystery. Yeah.
What do you look forward to most as the show progresses?
Well, while we were up there, I was talking to Anna Torv, and she had just found out a few days earlier that she had to do that sort of Leonard Nimoy thing. So the thing that I look forward to is the idea that in this sort of playing without a net world, things are going to be introduced to you to have to solve with very little time. You know what I mean? There's only so much I have an idea about who I think this guy is and what's going to happen, and I'm sure that it will change a billion times before we get to the end of the first season.
I look forward to catching these guys, man, these prisoners that are loose, and finding out what's going on. Why haven't they aged? Why are they coming back? And also, the character drama that will be around that as well, which is going to be very present in this show.
And just seeing how it all unfolds, I think, because I don't think, well, I don't really know what's going to happen next, so it's going to be interesting to see what the writers pull out of the bag.
I'm looking forward to episode 3 a lot. I mean, I got a little preview from my visit to the writers' room, and there's some really cool things they said that are coming up pretty soon, and you get to kind of see why there's a little reveal as to why Doc is so obsessed with Alcatraz and criminology and prisoners and overall bad men.
I think finding out what this mystery is, I mean, and working with everyone is just so lovely, and everybody is so talented. I mean, writers, crew, cast, everybody. It's great.
With Elizabeth Sarnoff, executive producer of Alcatraz, what brought you to this project, made you excited about it?
Well, JJ and I had run into each other, and he told me he had a script he wanted me to read, and it was a draft of Alcatraz that was written by Stephen Lillian and Brian Winbrandt, who are the two guys who came up with this great idea. And I read it, and he said, well, what would you do if this was your show? And I said, well, I do X, Y, and Z. And he was like, okay, it's your show. That was a great day. I mean, and I thought, okay. And I didn't hesitate for a second. I thought the idea was brilliant, and I thought that it had an unbelievable potential for a television show. And I couldn't wait to get started on it once Lost was over.
And what do you look forward to most as the show progresses?
I think I really love writing the stories and being in the writers' room with the other writers, and then now we haven't started shooting yet, but now we have Jack Bender on the show, and I'm really looking forward to that collaboration and going up to Vancouver and seeing what he does with what we give him. And I love this cast. I feel very lucky with the group I have around me, and I can't wait to be working with them.
Is there something you'd like to have disappear from your life, knowing that it would reappear 50 years later?
Wow. What would that be?
Yes, hold on a second. I have to actually say it out loud. Something I'd like to disappear from my life, knowing that it would reappear 50 years later. My childhood skin. My wrinkles would go away. No, I don't know. It was funny. I was just cleaning out some stuff before I moved, and I found this thing from my childhood, like this little teeny toy. It was actually like a figure for a Battlestar Galactica thing. You remember those things that they had? And it's funny how this little, what were they called? Cylons. Thank you. Sorry, Cylons. But from 1978 or whatever, like those little ones that were like. That was a nice little discovery. Immediately, the idea that you can, what are those things called that you see, a mnemonic or something, the thing that you see that takes you right back to when you were that period anyway. So the idea that something like that can happen, I haven't answered your question because I don't know what I unfortunately I kept all my yearbooks. I'll never be looking at those things again. But yeah, I can't think of anything right now.
That's a good question, man. Probably stress.
Yeah. Knowing it would reappear 50 years later, and I'd be much older, or I'd still be the same age.
That's up to you.
Oh God. That it would reappear 50 years later. I don't think I want anything to disappear. That's sort of a bit sad, really.
That is a very crazy, difficult question. It'd have to be something that would increase in value, right?
Yeah.
So I don't have anything that feels like it would be worth something in 50 years. Oh, I have this one Dr. Seuss painting thing.
Awesome.
That I'm pretty happy about. And yeah, give that 50-year little time to ripen.
If someone, I grew up dancing, so if I woke up tomorrow morning and I couldn't dance to save my life, and I was just all over the place, but knowing that would come back to me 50 years later and I could spend the rest of my life, with a great move, let's do it. I'd be happy about that. Yeah.
Wow, that's a great question. I guess there were a couple of people that would have been nice to have out of the way for a little while, but in knowing they would come back. That's an amazing question. I have to think about that one a little more.
Thank you so much for your time.